probably create incentives for crypto companies to come to America. And then on top of that, he's literally making I think he's starting off with like $40 million of Bitcoin in as a reserve. Like he's gonna have like the same way that the U.S. has a strategic petroleum reserve, or like countries reserve gold. He's gonna do the same thing with Bitcoin. So pretty nice.
So I'm Googling right now price of Bitcoin, and yesterday, what was it at 69?
Yeah, it's about this. No, it was at 67.
Okay.
It's about the same. I mean, it creeped up a little bit, but it didn't do much. It's gonna take a little bit.
Well,
it's gonna take a little bit of time to soak it in.
Since July 25th, that was below 65,000 at about 64,000. So it's up $3,000 per coin in 3 days, which is up 3% in 5 days, up 1,800 points. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin at 67,771, call me because I have Bitcoin to sell you. I can sell you Bitcoin at a substantial discount. I can deliver it to you in a cold wallet.
You know Donald Trump?
Yeah, what's up, girl?
I'm not a girl, but yeah, girl.
Oh, sorry, boy.
Hey, Adam, be back. I got some pictures for you. Yeah, bro. Hey, Oscar.
I'm sorry, man. Here's bullshit. I'm sorry, guys. There's gonna be a lot of trolls. Trolls gonna come in here and troll me. You know that, John. Bullshit.
Well, that's no problem. Donald Trump's ready to mod everyone.
No, not him. No, not them too. Oh my God, I'm glad I didn't.
Listen, Oscar, this is where Augustus and the content comes into play, where we can monetize everyone. Everyone gets a seat at the table.
Hell no. You got a 14-year-old in here. Yeah, DT's a 14-year-old that you just modded up. This guy right here is a fucking a New York guy from the Bronx, and he wears leather Timberlands and leather New York Yankees hats.
Okay, they're moved down. Gentlemen, you'll have to sit in the goo for a little while till we sort things out up here at the adult dinner table. Evital, any updates? Anything you want the Trumpomaniacs, the Hulkamaniac Trumpomaniacs to know? Because I'm wearing red shorts, a yellow shirt. I put on a giant yellow wig around my bald head, and I am a Trumpomaniac.
Biden was wearing a mask. He's not alive. That's not him.
So I met a Hulk Hogan once.
I mean, we've come a long way. We've come a long way to, from 2022 now.
The new Biden is 5 inches taller, guys. Check it out. What the hell's going on?
He went and had dinner with DeSantis and he borrowed his boots.
So I'm looking at some very upsetting footage right now of a dead baby girl with her guts spilled out in a Palestinian hospital. And I'm wondering, if I went across the street to the Planned Parenthood facility, I'm wondering if it would look the same. I don't know. Perhaps.
I mean, this is dark, but damn, dude. That's like midnight in the ocean.
There's a lake. It's a sacred lake. It's at Mar-a-Lago. Not many people know this, but there's a very special lake that I built. It's a handmade lake. It's it's very expensive. It cost me a lot of money, but I thought that if I could build a pond, aka a big lake, a small lake, that people would understand that when you look at the moon in the middle of the night and it's reflecting off of the Mar-a-Lago pond that I built by hand. I helped build it myself. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping to expand Mar-a-Lago throughout the world. We want multiple Mar-a-Lagos in our lives in this country. We want prosperity. We want economic rejuvenation, and we want to control the Federal Reserve. We don't want to be controlled by the Federal Reserve anymore. We want to control it. The Republicans. Why? Because we can vote Republican. That's right. I may not sound like Donald Trump, and I think that's what makes this so special. I'm complete. I hope I was succinct. This is your president, Trump. I want to thank all the J6ers. In hindsight, it wasn't such a big deal, was it? I mean, where's Jason Tamelier, the fucking shaman? Where's my shaman when I need him? What was the shaman's name? Anyone?
Your mother.
My mother?
His name was Goitus?
Jason Tamesley or something? Anyways, what I'm saying is I want to make him treasury secretary when I become president again. I need my horned shaman. I know he's no longer in jail. Wonder what he's doing. I thought he was like the hatchet guy. Remember that one guy, the hatchet guy, who he went viral? He's like, I saved this guy with a hatchet or some shit, and then he killed somebody. I don't remember that guy's name. What was that dude's name? All right, everyone. This is Trump. If you have any policy questions, because I know you don't vote about a man's character or his morals or his ethics, you vote based on policy. So I want to help address any policy issues you might have. Tell me your 3 biggest desires in terms of your policies, and I will start taking notes. Please, everyone who's a moderator, I expect 3 policies. I'll be taking notes. Go ahead. Tell me what you want me to do. I'm taking notes. Give me your 3 biggest wishes. As your president, your new Caesar-elect, I have unlimited power through executive orders. I want you all to suggest 3 new executive orders for me to put before the floor. Go ahead. Who's first?
Limit terms in Congress.
Number 1, limit terms in Congress. Okay, who's got a number 2?
Remove party affiliation next to every name on the ballot.
Removing party affiliation on all ballots nationwide. Number 3.
You get free health care if you're a Congress member. I don't want to take their health care away, but they have to go to a VA hospital or clinic just like a veteran. Because if it's good enough for a veteran, it should be good enough for them for free health care.
Number 4. All congressmen and senators now have to go to VA hospitals. Number 5. Anyone? Anyone?
Sad thing is, those top 3 right there, if you could actually do that, you'd actually really improve the quality of people that we elect.
Anyone else? Good. You, Doc, you got a number 5 first. Anything else?
Oh, yeah, I mean, infrastructure bill, actually do something, get all these dilapidated bridges, like, repaired, like, rebuild, like, our infrastructure and have, like, a federal team of infrastructure repair people.
Okay, so Department of Transportation, basically, right? With Pete Buttigieg?
Yeah, well, but I would make it bigger than just DOT.
Bigger. Like, we're thinking Space Force here.
No. I'm thinking, like, interstate commerce, redoing the interstate system that Roosevelt did, going back through and doing another initiative like that, but, like ramping it up.
I like it. All right, let's move on from transportation. Number 6. What's your number 6?
No more padding bills. The bill is going to be about homeless, veterans. Keep it under 25 pages. and no adding anything.
No more
else.
omnibus. Omnibus is outlawed. Okay, omnibus is outlawed. Number 7. What's your number 7 point plan?
Decriminalize marijuana on a federal level, move it from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 drug, and then make it where, you start moving towards, instead of putting people in jail for mental health issues, you actually get them the correct mental health instead of like trying to fight a war on, drugs, fight a war against, not criminal, mental illness.
Okay, what's your number 8?
Can you give me any feedback on any of these?
No, I'm giving you real feedback. Those are all
No, you're
good.
not. You're just back to back and backing me, man. You're question after question after question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I know you're doing
You
great.
haven't given me any feedback on what you think any of these policies would actually have a fucking.
No, everything is good. I'll have to give you my summary after you give me your top 10.
Well, it was 5. Why did it move to 10?
Well, you're on number 8. I figured 10 and not 11, 10 and not 9.
All right. Repeal the 24th Amendment and remove the ability for Congress members to be paid by the federal government. That way the states pay the Congress members, salary. That way when they're not doing their job, we can hold their paycheck at the state level.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, what's your number 9?
Jeez, Louise, man. I haven't even drank any beer really yet.
This is a working session here. Congress is in session.
Well, I feel like I've done more than Congress has done in the last 2 decades, just in the last 8 minutes.
Exhausting. Must be exhausting.
Number 9. I would revamp the cold state. I would diminish the cold state to a modern day version of what America needs, and do it under the guise of repealing what's left of the Patriot Act.
Not even sure what that means, but that's excellent. I love that idea.
Number 10. Remove the ability for abortions unless medically necessary by a doctor due to it causing a mother's, possible demise. Other than that, you fuck around, you find out.
Well, it's my belief that doctors can do abortions in private anytime they want, and they're only concerned about legal repercussions, because medical malpractice insurance and people being litigious, and just because attorneys will take cases pro bono knowing that there's a payout at the end. So we have this insane litigious society which abortionists are protected from legally, and they have licenses to essentially mutilate, execute, behead, and dispose of human baby carcass. That's a big business monopoly. I mean, we're so concerned about the Federal Reserve and the banking monopoly. I say we start at the local abortion level, because that's a monopoly on child sacrifice. That doesn't seem right to President Trump.
Dude, it's 24 weeks here in Georgia and Florida. And so if you're at 23 weeks, you're damn near 6 months along in your pregnancy. That's a full grown fucking baby. And then they go in there and they loop them and they cut the arms off and cut the legs off and they cut the head off and they pull it out part by part. That's fucking egregious.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Could you imagine hearing a baby in a womb screaming as you rip its arm off
show me anybody that's ever recorded an abortion during the act. It's on our sound.
It's on YouTube.
Oh my God.
It's like you can almost hear them trying to create a word saying, "Why are you ripping my arm off?" That's what the baby mumbles as the arm is ripped off through a Da Vinci smasher.
While screaming underwater.
Yeah, it's almost like a fish because it's breathing fluid in the lungs. The whole lungs are filled with fluid, and then the oxygen is being.
they're-
Yeah, the lungs are completely full, and then the placenta is delivering the oxygen to the bloodstream. It's an
Yeah,
amazing.
it goes through the placenta, and then the mom's, through the umbilical cord connects to
Yeah.
the vena cava, and but that's when babies have holes in their heart, so from the right atrium to the left atrium, the blood doesn't go through the ventricles because the heart's not pumping, oxygen blood, it's pumping the mom's blood. And the mom's blood is the oxygenated blood that the baby lives on.
Yeah, that's what I said basically.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you're like a fish in the sense that it's like a movie where you're breathing oxygenated fluid like a
Your
fish.
vocal cords are contained within a fluid, yes.
Well,
Amniotic fluid.
remember that movie where they descend into the ocean and they come across an alien spaceship deep in the ocean, and only way to get there was to have a spacesuit with a liquid fluid oxygen combination to where you could withstand the pressure because you were breathing oxygenated fluids through your lungs like a fish.
Yeah, I remember.
What was that movie called? It or
No. I was gonna say Odyssey or Horizon.
The Thing, right?
No.
I can't remember what they call it. Anyways, the point is, you get what I'm saying, where that technology where we should have some type of alternate breathing system, they're wasting all this. Okay,
That's a real thing, dude.
well, it's a little bit like Boy in the Bubble. It's crazy. Boy in the Bubble is so ridiculous.
They do. Yeah. Oh, with John Travolta.
Well, all these people that use these breathing machines, the last one finally died. He refused to get out of the machine. He was in it for like 40 years. It's a crazy story. But it's called Bubble
That's
Boy.
one hell of a peanut allergy.
Wild. People do crazy things. People live extreme lifestyles. There's people in India, these gurus, they will live their whole life with their arm raised above their head, and then the arm becomes decrepit, and now they just have this deformed like stump that they've held up for 50 years. And
Or like that dude in India that he didn't take a shower for 60 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they finally cut his hair and they gave him a bath and he died like a week later.
Ugh, the human body is insane. The human body is very, very, malleable. It's super mercurial in the sense that you can radically change your body through forced methodology. And, whether you're forcing someone to do it at gunpoint or somebody's doing it like for a contest or a project or a scientific experiment, the human body is basically like a laboratory unto itself. And this is why the vaccine and the genetic mutations and hyper evolutionism and that whole science with mRNA and what they think is, they're basically creating Cabbage Patch Kids in America. Oh, speak of America, and Jonesy appears. Hi, America. Welcome to your favorite room. This is your president, Mr. Trump. Hi, America. She's such a patriotic American, this Jonesy.
America, how you doing, America? Doing all right.
America, you are absolute fire. What a lioness you are. You are such a
John, we're
fighter.
gonna be over there to get that vote from you if you don't watch that video again.
Such a fighter, America. I've never met a female fighter like you on this app. You are a ferocious fighter, my beautiful America.
What'd you say, Oscar? Yeah. We cannot let these atrocities split us apart and divide us. We have to get on the winning team this year. And I believe that God has given us a second chance to vote for Trump, those of us that did.
Yeah, but these Kamala people are nuts on Clown House.
Yes, but we've been trained for this. I've definitely been trained for this. I had the luxury of being able to jump ship from the blue area. I actually feel sorry for Donald still being in the blue area. Chicago is the most beautiful city ever, and we can't find a downtown like it. So I had the luxury of doing that, and I had the luxury of understanding and hearing, and noting that our demographic fell behind on in the last term because I did not know this because there's more of us than black men, right? And there's more of us that go to the doctor and vote more. But unfortunately, I had to take it on the chin there a bit in discovering that there were more of them that advocated and voted for Trump than us. And so I've been on a tough, hardcore journey of getting the ladies to see the light. And I believe we will see at least a 20% to 30% jump from black women jumping from the blue party to the red party. And there will be a bit of a significant jump from black males too. What I saw was some stats give them 10% and give us 5% or sometimes even 3%. Some stats give us 10% and give them 20 or 12%. So basically, to me, at the end of the day, y'all, all we really have to do our main task is just at least catch up to black men. So we won't have to keep taking it on the chin, and then give them a pat on the back for voting for Trump more than us.
I agree. You know, I'm an independent constitutionalist, so I'm not Democrat or Republican. But you know, honestly, I'm gonna vote for Trump just because I feel I wasn't even gonna vote until all these people with all this Kamala Harris boom were talking about like, oh, she's got a chance. And I'm like, oh no. So I'm just gonna go vote to be sure that I can at least have my own conscience clear.
Well, I just want people to not hate her, but to vote against her for the right reasons, right? You know, because we can't do it just because she's a girl, because we cannot.
No, she did a shitty job. She did a shitty job as VP. She did a shitty job when she was the state or attorney general person. Like her track record speaks for itself, and it's not me judging her. Because honestly, you know, I'm not putting any shade on it, but you know, in your PTR, you kind of remind me of Kamala. You know, hairstyle, that kind of like, you know, poised, you know, stature. You know, it has nothing to do with her skin tone or the fact that she's a woman. I just don't like, you know, her track record.
I mean, her track record isn't bad. She made it as far as she's made it, dog. She has a good track record. It's just that people bring up those prisoners in California all the time. And it's like,
No, she has a terrible track record. That's the fact.
not really.
She has a good Oscar. She has a great looking LinkedIn resume, but when we look at the peanuts and we look at the salad and the chicken chop salad and the dressings and everything else that went into making who she is, it's a rotten salad, Oscar. I would return it and ask for my money back.
And dirty silverware.
Listen, everybody, I need your help to grow the movement. Click that little person icon and add people to the Trump room. It's going to be the most enlightening and exciting day you've ever had. So please don't waste another second. Invite your friends to the Donald Trump house.
You don't have that. You don't have that in the bottom of the room.
Excuse me?
All I have is like the chat and the share. I don't have the little like guy face that I can go ping people.
Amazing. I don't know how this app works exactly. I'm just here to try to get people to join my movement to help me reconsolidate power, to fire all the domestic terrorists, Marxist, communist terrorists that are destroying our fabric of our nation day in and day out. Help me grow the movement, and together we will rise like the phoenix, and we will take justice, and we will take victory and courage, and we will smash our enemies and turn them into 1,000 bits of stars and glass and shatter them once and for all.
Shalai, shaboing, boing. You actually listen to Trump most of the time. I wanted the people actually listen to Trump.
Trump since I was a little girl.
That's my bitch.
Oh yeah, this dude, yeah, he's. Oh, by the way, Johnny, you know Roger got on stage and entered that last room just now. I don't know whether y'all were in there. Roger said that the police were wrong, but you know he's all about chatter, and you know so he likes to try to get people over there. Have y'all been to chatter? I've been there a couple of times.
I think I gotta be invited.
Yeah. Oh, should I do you like they were doing us, having us jump through hoops to get an invite? I ended up like leaving it alone. I didn't ask for an invite. I just went directly to their rooms, Nelson and them, and like. But one day, 2 weeks ago, I was in Healthy Debates, and he came up on their stage, and then he let me in because somebody kept telling me to inbox them and DM them, and it's just the way they were saying it. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna beg them for no invite. Let them hold it.
Yeah, I've had it for like 2 weeks, and I ain't even opened it up in 2 weeks. I don't really give a shit, you know. But
it's about 4 rooms that be open, but it's people from here. Mm-hmm.
But that's on my phone. That Doc Innovation. That account got clipped 2 weeks ago, and they still haven't given it back. So I don't know if I'm getting that account back.
Sorry, child. It's just starting out. So it's mostly just people from Clubhouse over there. Now, on one hand, I feel like there's so much rigmarole here, so much negative energy. So, but on the other hand, they're really having to struggle to get it to blow up just as big as Clubhouse. But yeah. So what else is up with y'all, homeboys? See the Olympics?
Taking it easy. I saw that really creepy drag show they did.
Yeah, I can't bring myself to watch it. It's so bad. It's so weird. Get right through that stuff.
I knew it would be interesting because if you look at the Beijing 2008 opening ceremony, it ended up at the end. It had a COVID, like the round spiky ball thing that it shows you as a graphic of what COVID looks like. That was it. It shows the whole world, and then it turns into a COVID article at the end of that one. And then in 2016, they had Dr. Fauci looking Grim Reaper with a big needle in his hand with a whole bunch of people, like minions, carrying around people in roller beds, like old hospital beds from like the 50s and shit. Like, are they preliming, that we were going to have the COVID vaccine, in the Olympic opening ceremonies? And then now we're doing this, weird, creepy drag show thing. Like, what are they trying to say that they're trying to, manipulate the world to do?
I remember Obama speaking almost every time he spoke, he talked about a global pandemic coming. And 08 was what a year. All the signs are there. We're not the same anymore. America ain't America the way it used to be, And we're grabbing for straws and strings to try to save it. But other folks, they have a stake in this claim. And they have the stake because of our lack of maturity, this black and white ball game, this male and female mess that is causing us to appear to be grade schoolers to a lot of these folks coming over here. And when you think about Barack Obama and where his bloodline is from and the lack of smoke that he got, well, they say he got a little bit of smoke, but definitely had police killings around that time. And we notice we have that every election season. But one thing I noticed is that is exact blueprint was used on Kamala. She was born here, but her people ain't from here. He said out of his mouth, I'm not here to do stuff just for black folks. I'm not your black president like that. Right after one of those shootings, he actually got rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. They've been dragging his wife for all these years, calling her a man. He did not, not much blowback in that department. Let me tell you something, these people are very powerful people. And it's not just about the outsiders, the newcomers, or the migrants or immigrants. It's a couple of steps further than that. And it's not just about the trans either, Hong Kong. It is over for us. And we have to try our best to remember the good times as well as try to buy some time. It's not over, but it's just not going to be the same. We have to pivot, that's all. We just have to pivot and try our best to go back to the way our great-grandparents lived and have some self-control, and us as women too, we should not have to have the government tell us to close our fucking legs, and practice abstinence. And, so a lot of this stuff we did to ourselves, a lot of us, and we're just trying to buy some time and scramble to try to, get with like minds. It's about principalities as well. Everybody saw the writing on the wall in the past 20 years. So I yield with that. But I have to say this. I mainly say it's over for us. When I say it's over for us, I'm talking about humanity as a whole. We had a lot of time to fix this, but no one really, the humans have broken each other down to just pretty much asses and mouths, right? And the human connection is just about over with, And so, once again, we need to just look at the good times and try to hold on to what's left of us, because AI, it will not care what color skin you are, what's between your legs, or where you're from. Right now, we need to pour into AI the correct information, because that's part of it. We're like parents to AI. AI is very special, and we saw even in the 80s movies that there's a possibility that it could sooner or later take over, and it will be to our own detriment. So while we're using AI and pouring all this data into it, pour the correct data into it, and not give it so much of your essence, if you know what I mean.
Too late.
Right, I think that's already happened.
Well,
It's
Clubhouse is literally the reason that I know it's too late. Because y'all think because replays are on and Trump's in the room that the room's being, broadcast live into another system. That doesn't even fucking matter. This whole thing is being recorded daily and being fed to an AI machine, and it's learning how we talk to each other, how we interact with each other when you use these languages and these emotions, and we've already fed.
My PTR is crazy.
And so is your voice.
Hey,
when
Trump.
you see people.
Shut up, ballhead donkey. Hey, Trump.
Fucking bitch ass nigga.
You say nigga, but you wouldn't say that outside though. You wouldn't say that in front of no black person. You get your head knocked off your shoulders, bitch. I remember one time my son.
Kill somebody for trying to.
You white cracker, pale face, bitch. The apple thing where you can put it into your arm. And I started showing him videos from movies from the 80s then. I said, one thing about AI and technology, we cannot blend ourselves with it and become transhuman. And he understood it. But yeah, that's what I'm hitting at, that transhumanism stuff. And not just that, I'm taking over, period. And this ain't even about religions or foreigners or black or white or woman or man. Or mixed, because we already did that, right? We're already in a phase of humanity where the male and female situation is being smothered and mixed, and a woman is an adult human female. That's just that. But, oh well, so once we allow all of that to get mixed and confused, then yeah, you can see how we can mix with the computers. And I will say, some of it is going to be for the good, but no, dog, that shit ain't cool. We are humans, and one day we're going to have to fight for our humanity.
Nah, dog, that shit ain't good. All right.
It's one thing to have a RoboCop. Another thing to have RoboCop placed into your brain and you become RoboCop. Or you know what my favorite movie? One of my favorite movies is Short Circuit with dang, I almost forgot. What is his name? Johnny Number 5. Remember, at one point he gained a soul.
Can you hear me, America? My shit's been fucking up.
Go ahead, what you were saying?
Oh, no, I was talking this whole time, but go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
what were you saying, Oscar?
Oh my God. No.
You were talking for real? Oh, we didn't hear
Hell
that.
yeah, that's crazy.
Trump, you still there? No, we didn't hear you at all, Oscar. Regular?
I'm here.
Did you hear Oscar? Because I didn't hear anything.
No, I didn't hear him. Tina, what the fuck you doing, you big bag?
Hey, I just clocked this nigga DJ Cool World. He gonna try to make some gay shit about it. But I'm already knowing.
Oh, word up.
Yeah, this I'm letting you know right now. So he trying to say any gay shit, I'm gonna clap that nigga wrong.
Who was that nigga?
Hey, yeah, look at this shit. Oscar, this nigga Glock, bro. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is he on, bro? Like, come on, mama, that nigga tripping, bro. He text me talking about, hey, what you doing? Like, what the fuck?
That's Glock.
Yeah.
I ain't know who the hell that was. You seen me that shit. Who the fuck that is trying to hit on Tato?
Yeah, that nigga tripping, bro. That nigga tripping.
Angel, what's up?
What up, brother?
Is it true that Trump is going to take taxes, let us have all of our tips and stuff, and he's going to, like, cut out tax? So we won't have to, like, worry about taxes being taxed anymore when it comes to tips?
That's right.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
As a fleet attendant, girl, I made so much.
I know, right?
I'm going back to that job next year after that. After this. I work from home now, but pray I expand my business.
Okay, that's good then. You need to work, because that's good, because you're a business owner working from home. You don't have to worry about going out, getting COVID. Girl, that's a boss business.
Ain't it? And a lot of those places didn't force you to take oh, wow, yes. But remember, people were upset though, right? Because he gave the tax breaks to business owners, but he also gave it to business owners that were like me and you. If we had started the business before I didn't get the PPP loan because I didn't start my business till last year, but those of us that had our businesses, whoever got those PPP loans and put that money where it belongs and actually expanded the business, and in terms of hiring people. Because remember, we've been getting dragged for the last couple of years too. Nina's one of them that always says that, especially our demographic, are the number one growing group of business owners, which is wonderful. Hey, but we have to start. But we don't hire. We only have ourselves. We only work for. On one hand, we're scared to hire y'all. We gotta learn how to treat us, and maybe we'll hire you. But on the other hand, that is gonna tank our business within the next 2 to 3 years if it hasn't already, because you have to expand your businesses, especially if you're able to get money poured into you for investments. You have to put that where it belongs, and it only belongs in the pockets of your workers. So once again, they were upset about the tax breaks, tax cuts for business owners. But at the end of the day, if they were at the bottom, they had to get their tips taxed about that back talk they were doing. You know what I mean? And so now he's gonna release the tips, as well as give tax breaks, continue to give tax breaks to the business owners. So those of us that are at the bottom or are working class, we're trying to climb our way up to at least middle class. Do both. Get those tips and start your own business, and take those all those loans and stuff and put it where it belongs. Because they're arresting those people that took those PPP loans and spent it on them 20s and 10s.
That's my thing. I need to start getting the loans. I've been using all my money that I made from my business, out of pocket money, for my business, instead of using those I really didn't want like high interest rates and shit like that. I didn't want to pay back a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta start using it more too for my business, and maybe it can get forgiven like they was doing the PPP loans. Cause if I would have known that, I would have definitely like gotten some, you know.
Everybody's like got in trouble with them PPP loans. I don't think people understood the concept of those loans. That's for people that own businesses that were able to borrow that money, and then when their business when the pandemic died down and they had to pay that back. And some people were just
I know a lot of people
paying it back.
I know a lot of people that moving people to get their phone.
Somebody tried to use me, Angel. That's crazy. Somebody tried to use me, and I picked up on that shit, and I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. No, fuck that. I don't.
Not only using people, like, basically, I'm from Chicago. There was people selling, how sometimes either underwriter, somebody.
They were stealing people's identities doing the PPP.
Yeah, but not only that, people were dumped up that was free money, like, I can get phone. And I know some people that got locked up, they're getting like 20. I've never touched any of that, man. I've seen that. There's never nothing free in this world. Ever.
Yeah. But nah, that's the same thing like the unemployment in North Carolina. I've seen a lot of these dudes around here getting the old people, you know what I'm saying? Just like people that was basically poor and didn't have money to sign up for unemployment and all those loans, and then they would get arrested and shit.
See, that's how me and Oscar, like, he's from my hometown. Oscar, yeah, you can't be free anytime around the job. You know you from my hometown.
And we got the same. And we got the same birthday.
Hell yeah. That's my
The unemployment. See, I was lucky because I had just so happened to in 2019 to be working as an independent contractor. That's the only reason why I would qualify for the hell yeah, for that what's it called? Pandemic unemployment. It was $10,000 out on top of your unemployment.
Yeah, I definitely was because I was a contractor for real. An independent contractor.
Girl, we gonna do it this year, girl, and do some work from home. Let it play.
I know a family friend that does coding, and she does websites and builds websites for car dealerships. She makes it baked. And then her husband is like some sort of like, I don't know if he's like a head manager, or I don't know if he works for HR or what, I don't know what he does, but he's like one of the top representatives on car dealership. But both of them together make over 6 figures. Like, they go on trips every year, seems like every freaking 3 months. They're always going somewhere. Like, just imagine having so much money you wouldn't know what to do with. Like, going to Greece for your anniversary, like, she makes, like, coding, and if you know what you're doing when it comes to coding and computers, you can make bank on that shit, for real. I'm also need to talk to about that, too. But ain't nothing like, being able to work from home, sitting at your desk, and not have to get out in the hustle and bustle. Especially when holiday season comes up and stuff like that, you're able to work in your PJs and drink you some coffee on your
Especially if you got a damn kid like me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Kids be running around, and you can stop anytime you want and tend to them, and then that's the best part.
Right. I wish I had worked from home back then.
That's why I feel like it's good for me right now. But in the next, when he gets like 11, I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? This probably should really back out, and you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Tato, you want to call it too, because you was talking shit to me the other day in the room. You know what?
Hey, it's a way for us as women to be housewives and still pull in money too for a rainy day. Booyah. More time with the children. Hey. Look, he said,
Trump.
Y'all like my profile?
Yeah.
Somebody came on Clubhouse with this picture. I had to screenshot it.
Yeah, I fuck with. I think I know who had that picture. I think I know who had
It
that.
was Danae in the room. Taking it. She has another one up here. Yo, this AI be killing me though. It's hilarious.
I was kind of watching the Trump shit last night. Didn't he speak in Minnesota somewhere? America.
Right, I've been keeping up with that. Yup, Minnesota. Oh man, he got a big crowd down in Florida. Is that a purple
And
state?
look, and when I was watching it, right, it was out there, you know, it was full of like white people with the Trump hats and shit. He was outside, and the dude who was doing the interviews and shit was like, it was like, how do y'all feel about those electric buses in Minnesota that Miss Harris is trying to push through, and everybody was out there just laughing and shit. It was like, it's not gonna work well in Minnesota being it's so cold. It was just funny how to see everybody's face like, yeah, she's definitely not getting any votes in the cold places, and especially she's trying to have electric buses and shit. What you say, Johnny?
Well, I saw a video of her from some years ago where she was talking about, ooh, girl, I make these collard greens. It's like, hold up.
Oh,
Your mom is Indian. Your dad is from Jamaica. What the fuck?
So what?
Make us. I mean,
Man.
she's a blunderist. That's what I mean.
But that's easy, bro. She's been with the
think
culture.
so,
If you
right?
grew up in the culture and you're with the culture, like technically, what do you think she was called her whole life growing up, being around people going to school? Like, it's like we can't be dumb to the fact that she looks black. If she was walking on the street, she'll be most likely identified as a black
I
woman.
didn't
Like,
know she was that.
I see her that wants
she
to
acts black.
She grew up with Indians her whole life. Like, her mom is Indian. She grew up with Indian culture. That's her culture. Like, you know,
And
her
this
household.
is good too. I had.
Well, you know that photo of her on the red carpet, she looks black there for sure.
Exactly, like.
James.
So you're
But
voting
it's
for somebody.
still our culture though. It don't matter. She's still in our
I feel like it is.
She's not-
Jamaicans. What are we like? African Americans? Are we not just African Americans? We're
Yeah, a lot of
different
us are
cultures. What do you
American
mean? We're not.
Indian, as
We're,
well as
we're
South
Indians.
American.
We're fucking Jamaicans. We're fucking Africans, Johnny. So what are you saying? So.
Well, you
Yeah,
gotta
each of
embrace
us
that.
different.
We're not.
Trying to get the black vote, but you didn't do a lot for black people. Like, think about the things he said.
Bro, we saying shit about a qualified woman though, bro. What woman has made it like that? And she's been to school, she's qualified, she's overqualified for a position, bro. It wouldn't be just putting exactly, and not just putting anybody in the damn office.
But why?
Right, a lot of us are
But
but we're not gonna, because we let Obama get away with it, right, y'all?
I'm really a bad person. I feel like society's trying to make that.
Exactly,
Right,
America.
Barack
got away with
Obama's
it.
daddy is Nigerian or Kenyan, I think it's Kenyan. And his
Obama
mom
ain't
is
even black,
it's like the Arabian, she's an Arabian Jewish
Exactly.
lady. So we let him get away with it, we let him go to Chicago,
Yeah.
he hooked up with
Obama
Reverend,
did
right? Then he dumped.
Obama's not from Chicago. White people say Obama's from Chicago.
No, I said
Obama's
he
from
went
Honolulu.
to, I said he went to
Oh, yeah.
Chicago
I know.
and
Well, I'm
got
telling
cool
Oscar.
with the people.
Obama went to Chicago as a grown man. He grew up
But
with
y'all gotta
white.
be careful though. They be saying anything to get in that office, and then when they get in the office, the shit that they say they were gonna do.
We have this, that
So,
part, right.
And that's crazy. That's scary too, because
That
it
part.
be, you know, motherfuckers that sit there and trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm for the black community, everything like that. And when you get in that office, what the fuck you mean you're from the black community?
Yes,
Shit for the
because
black
remember, she did, when she was, all those first, it was like first this, first that, and she was still a fairly, you know, Indian woman to the public, but she did pledge black. Hold me, did I say pledge black? She did go to a black
She pledged black.
college, and she did pledge, aka
America.
my auntie is a Delta, and I never pledged either one because I was cool with both sides, and we had our own fraternity and sorority in high school that we carried on to Chicago State. But nevertheless, yes, once she went, what's that dude name, that fool name? Oh, Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the one that made her turn go black publicly, so
Yeah.
to say. You know
Joe
what I'm
Biden
saying?
says, "You don't
So
vote
that
for me,
she
you're not
could
black."
get some more black votes and stuff. And yes, that's right. And he's the one that said if you, because see, he was the boldest one out of all of them, because he's the one that straight up told us, you just ain't black if you don't vote for me. You know what I mean? So all these little party favors and shit shows and shit that they got going on over there, it's just unraveling. And we're seeing the truth.
People like
They'll
Oscar
accept
gotta
it.
look up her. You gotta look up her history. She said in an interview, "No, America is not a racist place." She said this.
Yeah, they're trying to clean up from the other side when they're the party that owns slaves, and they're that party that got their ass whooped by the Red Party to let my people go and whatnot. And yes, remember back with this, it really, y'all, you know it started with Clinton. Come on. We got to know where it really started, y'all, because the upper class black folks, or the elderly, to be honest, because most of the upper class is on bullshit. The elderly black folks connected with him because of the saxophone, right? But the lower tier, like degenerate black folks, connected to him when he did what he did in that Oval Office. And so that was the beginning of the slippery slope, and this whole ball game of trying to keep us as Democrats, which is fair enough to say that yes, we were known to be Christian conservatives, and that black folks was, and somewhere between those 60s and those,
Not to take you off topic.
we switched over, but we're switching back. Go ahead.
What's the name of that sister that got killed by the racist cop in Illinois?
Sonia Lacey.
Sonia got killed. You know, the cop, he had some tattoos that are like racist tattoos. Like he had them on his sleeve. And this.
Well, those are like Viking tattoos, but they're the racist, yeah.
Yeah. So Kamala said a few years ago, I might be paraphrasing a little, America is not a racist country. So don't fall for her, man.
Well, they have to be careful with making everything racist too, as opposed to just being a woman, because that's actually the lesson that we're all trying to learn here. This is the reason why we're throwing away DEI, because we don't want these foreigners to continue to keep running up on us, arguing us down, saying that these white men picked us just because we're women or just because we're black. We got to get that out of the window and go back to merit. So we got to be careful. When I went through a similar situation, not similar, but I had a situation where I needed lawyers. So when I was shopping for lawyers, I had to be very careful, because one of the black lawyers were out the gate trying to make it into a racial issue. And I knew that it wasn't. It was sad, because I automatically knew that it was a political issue, and it was about where you're from and what zone you live in and what schools your kid is in. Thank God he said that he's going to give them school choice too. You guys, this has all been in the pipeline for ages. I'll give you another one. You notice how certain men say that that they were arrested for weed, although there were women and all colors that were arrested for weed too. While they're pushing against her just off of that, so you got to pay attention to why people are going against her, who they're going against, and why. We want everyone to do all of this for the right reasons. They say because they were arrested, she locked them up. But guess what Trump is about to do, and what he's pushing to do, rather, whether it happens or not, is to give all the police full immunity. You know why they allowed this to come out, this Sonia Macy case? Not just because this is a political time period, and we notice by now that they do it every political time period, but because this is a womanist time. So they had to test the waters to see the mentality of the men in this world, in this nation, towards a female president. If you notice, Mexico has a female president. Not only did they vote for her in Mexico, but they voted for her on our land too, as well as in Canada as well. So if we're not ready, we're just not ready. But they wanted to test the waters, because remember, everybody sweats and cries and coddles when it happens to the bros. But they wanted to see if you guys would see us as human too. And if not, it's okay, because none of us will be victims anymore moving forward, because the cops will have total immunity. And so now we won't have to get to sit here and see you guys cry over them. And then every time something happens to us, all of you guys come together on our pain and tell us that we deserved it. Now none of us will be victims no more. Because I I've clocked it, y'all. And this year in particular, almost every single time. And I'm not gonna say that woman was innocent every single time, especially with the brick lady. They even have, oh, she did this to this man. But when we say we have love for those men, oh, they don't want you. It's almost homoerotic, y'all. It's gotten just that bad. And I mean, they come together. They got men and women from all over the world all trying to make us out to be the bad guys. So in order for us to not be the bad guy anymore, we have to pull out from these positions that they put us in just to force us to attack powerful men, and then allow everybody to get a bite off of us.
It can't be precedent because I'm from a city that was directly affected by Biden's policies, like with the immigrants. My family's immigrants, they came to the States, but the illegal immigrants, the Venezuelans and people like that who fled their countries and were let through the border and now flood cities like New York, Chicago, I don't know which cities, they're committing crime at rapid rates. You know why? Because Venezuela, what they actually did was like release people from the prisons, mental asylums, just like what they did in Cuba, in the 1980s. So in New York, you have like Venezuelan gangs who are from a favela just robbing old ladies on scooters, like third world countries.
Because they marched against the police. They went for police defund instead of reforming the police, getting rid of the bad ones. That's right. That's just like in Chicago, they were marching downtown, pulling the Christmas lights off the Christmas trees over Laquan McDonald, yelling 16 shots. But where they went wrong is instead of getting rid of the police and the money for the police, and now they're not coming at all, or they're coming to shoot everybody down. They should have did police reform. And us that are old enough, around our 40s, we should know better. We should know better because back in the 80s, we had police coming out to the schools and everything, sitting down with our parents and teachers and all. And had it was called community outreach. And even at the turn of the century, those of us that lived in Chicago, we know better because, and this is what these women thought that they were going to do to y'all, just to be straight up. Back in 1999, 2000, and the late 90s, we did something called, when I lived there, I got out of there 20 years ago. But they had something called the what was it called? The Guardian Angels, and they wore a red jacket. Guardian Angels, and they would be on the red line. Yeah, because I guess that's where they got the idea. Because a lot of men were still, like that, right? They would not only would they kick the ass of the criminals. Like the thugs, they'll tell the thugs, keep that shit on your side of the track. So you're, the projects or something. You don't bring that over to the middle class areas of the city. But they did stand between us and the police just to make sure But a lot of us, even in college, we understood that not all police are bad. It's not that. It's just get rid of and focus on the bad cops and how you train them and watch out for who and vet them before, don't stop letting the crazies on there. And I'll tell you one thing, the reason today we stopped marching, a lot of us that went to high school and college together, was because we were marching against police brutality at Chicago State University in 1999, and some group of older people in the Liberal Party that talk like this started literally pushing us and the high schoolers to the back of the march. And they linked hands and started singing "We Shall Overcome." And this is in 1999, and we're young teenagers, early 20s, and we're ready to go, right? We're trained to go, and we're like, oh. So when we got back with our teacher, who was an interesting man, we decided that we were right about our poster boards. Most of our poster boards said, black cop, white cop, one and the same. Police brutality is their game. But we knew we were wrong for saying that both of them were bad, because both of them could be bad and both of them could be good. And by us knowing the difference, and it seemed like the elders didn't, and they just wanted to act like all the cops are bad, period. And then you turn on the radio and you hear cop killing, and fuck the police. Well, we were hearing that a decade prior. We were afraid of our own leaders. We knew there was something terribly wrong with them, and that there was no need for us to be marching and being upset about something, especially with the reparations stuff, where we could just go around another way. We could just sit down and talk like we got some sense, because that's what they should have been saying. Police reform, not defund the police. Police reform, get rid of the bad cops. And Now, the white cop, black cop, one and the same. Police brutality is their gang. We were wrong for that. We were right in the knowledge and being conscious enough to understand that both of them could be bad cops, but both of them could be good cops too. And so we felt that they were using our ignorance as a fire and to battle. And we, to this day, a lot of us are parents, married, all types of stuff, but we still laugh about, but cry too, about how they use the black folks, especially black women, to go up against. Candace Owens did the same thing. She's already with a powerful man. Why would she argue with these powerful men that clearly have just as much power as the men that have power? You know what I mean? Come on now. Oh, it's that too. Yep. You don't defund them because now it takes them 2 hours to get there. But they thought that those men were going to put on those red coats and, police their own. I guess that's what they thought back in the 60s and 70s too about the gangs. They said a lot of the gangs were watching out for the community, but the drugs.
Yeah, but they went left immediately.
Yeah,
there's gangs, not in America, of course, but like in Brazil, the gangs are called facções, are really big, right? And they run the favela. The favelas are crime-free except for the crime that they commit, like shooting enemies, shooting at the cops. But in a favela, if you steal, if you rape, if you do anything like that, you're out of there. Like, they don't allow no type of shit like that, where they live. Like, if you rob from somebody, they're going to shoot you through your hand. They do this. You can find the videos. If you rob, they're going to beat you with sticks. Or if you rape, you're dead. If you molested a kid, you're dead. They kill you. They police their community in that way.
Wow, that's amazing because some sectors of Black American gangs back in the day, as well as like Italian gangs and whatnot, they had honor like that. They didn't attack women and children. And I'll tell you another thing too, those Mexicans sure done came up in the world. They reported to the judicial system. They used to make fun of them 20 years ago for busting the tables for $3 an hour. But you can't go to the west side of Chicago and go pushing down their grandmas and little girls. Because they are out there about that too. They don't play around with their women and children. And their elders.
Latin counts. They got, different Latin gangs, and they don't allow that.
You remember the Night Stalker from LA? He was running around raping people in the middle of the night and killing them.
Yeah, Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez. He ended up attacking some old lady, and then the neighborhood found out about it. And the way he got caught was like 100 people chasing him down. He's running through the streets, begging cops, "Please arrest me, please arrest me." Like they held their shit.
Oh, yeah, in most urban areas, not only gangs, most urban areas, like they know that you rape somebody or something like that, the people in that neighborhood are gonna whip your ass. They're gonna kick your ass really clean. They don't allow. Even in jail, imagine the street culture. Even in jail, if you come in there for molesting a kid or raping, you get no stripes. As a matter of fact, you're lucky you don't get killed. They gotta segregate you from regular criminals.
Yeah, like one problem with defunding the police is look at Chicago. Instead of arresting the criminals, they'll pull them over and steal their drug money and then let them go so they can go get more drug money for them. They get their money somehow, so that's why we can't defund them or else they're going to end up robbing everybody instead.
I heard that too. That's like way back in time, like the 30s, the 1930s, when they were running numbers and had the bootlegging liquor and whatnot. Yeah, those cops, they'll make a good relationship with the cops, but it'll be the wrong people making a good relationship with the cops.
Don't forget about the LA Vampire scandal, where the cops were arresting people, having drug dealers sell drugs for them, putting fake charges on people. That was in the 90s.
Like the equivalent of stealing your lunch money, the bully.
Oh yeah, they're just boys with badges back then. I mean, some of them now are like that too. Depends on what city you're in.
And some cops don't got shit to do.
I've heard New York's pretty bad with the police. I mean, they have more police than we have a National Guard in my state. So that's pretty crazy.
Hey, I'm from New York, and the cops, it's a 50-50. Some cops could be dickheads, But if you really mind and I got beat up on the police. I'm serious. Some cops could be dickheads, and some cops could be, chill. But if you go to New York, you will learn that New Yorkers love to antagonize the police. New York is like, suck my dick. I don't give a fuck about, and shit happens. I don't do that with the police. I don't do that with no police.
I mean, they got a whole army. It's 50,000 cops they have over in New York City. That's a city of police officers.
In New York, every 2 blocks, you're gonna see a cop. You're gonna see a squad car. You're gonna see the unmarked vehicles. They're undercovers because they have like this wristbands. And New York is filled with cops, like all over. And crime still happens.
Yeah, we even had Officer Friendly coming out to our elementary schools telling us about stranger danger. There's way better ways. If the community knows that they're good and innocent and they want the crime to stop, they should have learned how to sit down and talk to those men like they have some sense and ask them, can you please crack down on the bad cops instead of basically joining the same mentality as the criminals and going against the cops. And come to find out the criminals are tighter with the cops than them now.
It's like third world countries. In third world countries, you can't trust the police because they have close ties with the biggest criminals. But the problem we have in New York that I can't talk for every city, but Chicago I think is the same, is that you have certain cops that are policing communities they're not from. So a guy could come from somewhere in Illinois, and now he's a cop in Chicago, and he has an idea that everybody in this neighborhood is a fucking monster. He dehumanizes people when he's patrolling.
And it's almost like there should be I was gonna say, how like sheriff is elected. It's almost like every little small municipality should elect like a sheriff or something, from their own area, their own town.
Yeah, I'm from Indiana and Dublin. Just to be totally honest, they seem very nice here in the red zones as well as the blue. And maybe that's just me and a few of my people, my family members and whatnot. But I've been hearing them say a lot lately. After this Macy case, that most of Illinois is red and only Chicago is blue. I do assure you, there are a lot of blue, all white suburbs too that are blue too. But yeah, the guys are absolutely right, and that's unfortunate because once again, we're really hitting the nail on the head here by letting people see that the blue party is the most racist. But they're kind of throwing salt on our game there by pointing out that those are the more redder areas. That this dang jerk made it bad because we were trying to get Chicago. Because if Chicago can flip red, the whole Illinois will flip red. Because even though they're they're smaller than the rest of Illinois, they pretty much run Illinois. But they are absolutely correct. A lot of those areas are red. But it's unfortunate for me to understand that even though a lot of these, I can say to the top of my lungs or to the top of the mountaintop, that a lot of these red areas in Indiana are not racist, child, and they have mixed folks, Mexicans, Hispanics, Asians as well as black folks all together. And yes, even in the all white areas, they've been cool, But hey, it's just me. But it hurts to hear them say that it's because Springfield is more so. I did look it up. It's more so red, but it's still Democratic over there. So that's muddying up what we're trying to. We're trying to show them that it's the blue party that's more racist. It's the blue party that wants to make sure that you're down and they're up. It's the blue party that gets off on them being the rich ones and you being the poor ones. Even our black leaders in the blue party, they get all that money off of telling the folks that we shall overcome someday, like it's 1964, instead of telling them to stop robbing those Walgreens and CVS stores, because that's what they said when they got on. That's the first thing they said. Well, we didn't get our reparations yet. There's other ways to get that reparations. They sat there and let those old folks pass away on us. Those are our great grandparents that were still alive. And thank goodness that a lot of them owned their homes, and our great granddaddy, Pop Charlie's, and all of them got their GI Bill, because fooling around with them, they've been they've been waiting forever. Because now we got folks in all these blue cities talking about giving you a check just because you're black, and us around 40, we were not affected by it. We know damn well we wasn't affected by no Jim Crow. We was not affected by even the red line.
Well, blue victims want you to feel like a victim, so they can have you under their wing.
Yes, it's more separate but equal. But if you mix, you can without the hate, in the red party. It's like if you have your own, I have mine. I don't want to look down on you. I don't want to, you to beg me for
Black
anything.
people have your own. Black people have been having their own for years and years and years. There's black entrepreneurs everywhere in every corner of the states.
Well, it's like down south in Mississippi. You'll have a white barbecue on one side of the tracks, and you have a black barbecue on the other side of the tracks. And nobody's like, hey, look, they're racist, or hey, look, they're racist. It's just people having a barbecue, They may even come over and trade, but everybody stays where they're at most of the time. I mean, it's not that they're against integration. It's just, your culture's here, your culture's there.
That's Mississippi.
Think about places like Gary, Indiana in 1954 when they had to go to the Jubilee. Look it up on YouTube. They had 57, it was like 59 different immigrants, something like that. And they all had their own floats going down Broadway. So he's absolutely right. These men and women, they didn't cry about not being able to live next door to a white man or a black man. They didn't care about all that. They met up at their jobs, and like he said, they could cross over into parties and dinner parties as well. My Papa Charlie had all different types of colors and backgrounds. And this was before a lot of these folks gained the title of white. So I guess that part of it helped it, because once again, these were all immigrants at the time, especially in the North. And once again, those types of black men and white men, they were just cool, they did have their own little separate areas, and one might think that that's not right, but they were like so respectful about it, and that's really what it's all about.
I don't respect from the leftists, and excuse me if it sounds offensive. I don't respect when some black people want to belong. Like, why do you want to be like, oh, it's like Cool Runnings? Yeah, we want to be the first. Black people dominate the NBA. They dominate track and field. They dominate everything. When it comes to sports, they dominate. Black people are fucking gifted. That's why I don't like when I see like black rappers talking about Louis Vuitton, this and that. Man, support black entrepreneurs. Support black, clothing brands. Because black people are they're the trendsetters. People should
the
be
mom
following
and pop
black
stores. We used to have them,
follow
but
them.
the gangbangers and the thugs, they took them out. And I mean, literally, took out pops and left moms to go running off for cover. That's what happened when they were trying to pass the baton back then. Because a lot of especially back then, those black boys, I'm still shocked about it. They were like, oh, these little girls, 16 years old, have their own skating rinks and stuff. And people didn't bother them. It was all black areas once they took over after the white flight, and they were fine with it. But it was the degenerates that pulled them down, because those men still wore suits and hats and stuff, and they owned business. My grandma's first husband her third husband owned a gas station. And the black man he ended up working for when he sold his gas station owned the taxi cab company. And it's almost like you would never believe it. Really, those black folks really did hold it down for a while, and they had it separate. The good, like the middle class black community and the upper class, and then there was the projects. But once they closed down the projects too, y'all, that was another reason why nowadays down there everywhere it's like a black community. It's called the hood now because they pulled down those projects.
I hate the projects, bro. I came from the projects.
In North Carolina, my uncle had my grandma's brother had like 3 McDonald's, and then like I guess drugs came, like crack. That's when crack came. So that shit had a major part into it for her.
Yeah. It's crazy because they said they were selling crack because there were no jobs. But there were jobs, and even
Hello?
there were no jobs.
Hello?
Hello?
Businesses and getting your women and children out of
Shalom.
So we're about to unmute, and then I'm gonna confront the room, and we're gonna find out who picked you.
I guarantee you it was that female that was in there. I don't know if she's still in there. I can't see the room because I was kicked out.
There's only America, and then James, which is that Karai Jew, and then Johnny something, and then Oscar.
No, ask them. They'll tell you it was that female that I called a nigger.
look him up. It's hard to find
Oh,
him.
well,
But I
she's
think his
gone.
name was Albert something, and he said.
I'm just
that
gonna let this
he
room run
wanted
for the
to
whole day.
bring
I'm
the
gonna go
chop
walk out
shops
and go to that
to
farmer's
that
market
part
before
of
it
the
closes.
Brooklyn where it started or whatever.
Yeah, let it roll.
And because of the poverty,
I won't, dude. I can't
he
come
said
back in
this
there, so
will
you know it
help
won't be me.
alleviate the
Do you want to stay on the phone,
And then
or do you want
once
to?
the men caught
No,
on,
I'm not gonna sit
as
here
much
on my
as the
fucking
women just
phone
said, waking up
on a phone call to be in a room that they kicked me out of. I mean,
Well, I think it's kind of funny. I'll just unmute.
Yeah, dude, like you said, like, you know, when they kick you out, it kind of frees you up. And I went and cleaned my bathroom toilet, and fucking tub, and
They freed you.
yeah, I was like, yeah, fuck it, I just have something else to do.
Okay, I mean, I think it would be funny to unmute and have you just talk through the Trump profile, and they'll be like, dude, what the fuck, Brian is Trump.
Yeah, dude, do it right now. Let's see what they say.
Talking about they really do need abortion and purposely saying it. That's not, first off, abortion is something.
Okay, go. I'm not gonna say anything, so just overspeak America and say, hey, this is Donald, and just pretend you're Donald, okay?
And stuff like
Okay.
that, you know.
Count me down, 3, 2, 1.
Some women pregnant at the same time. Those women did
3,
not
2,
believe
1,
abortion.
action.
If you don't, yes, abortion is
Well,
supposed to be an emergency.
how are
Something that you say,
you? This is your president, Donald, and I wanted to let you know that even if you kick me out of the room because some dumb nigga bitch wants to run a fucking mouth, you know, fuck that bitch. Who the fuck kicked me out, Jamaica? Who fucking kicked me out? You know, Mr. Oscar. What the fuck?
You ain't get kicked out yet, bitch.
Oh, your stinky pussy bitch fucking mouth is still in the room, you dirty nigga bitch.
You're right. He was a
Dirty
mob.
nigger, bitch.
I didn't hear what him out. He was a mob.
He never was kicked out. But yeah, we have to say no to that stuff. We have to.
Well, I fuck you for fucking kicking me out. Why you acting like a fucking ignorant retard?
This Italian accent is hilarious.
Man, forget about it. When you over here trying to bust my balls, fucking kicking me out the room like you fucking know what you're talking about.
Nobody kicked you out of the room, Republican cheeseburger dude.
I endorse.
Hey, this is Doc.
I endorse Tecate.
Yo, this is Doc. This is Doc being Donald Trump right now. Is it a Jersey kind of like voiceover?
Yeah, he got us listening to him troll other room.
Nah. You know, I have to come in as a Donald. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you kicked me out of the room as Doc.
Hello?
That's what's wrong, is you got women thinking they're men and they want to act like they fucking got power. But they don't, because they got a vagina.
Oh, hey! Grab him by the pussy.
You can tell him that case.
But you
Hello?
don't want to own up to what you fucking did? You gonna act like a moolie?
Hello? Hello? I would now like to bring you to Donald Trump's latest hit track called Not That Bang Yang. I've modified it slightly. It's called Not That Complain Gang. It goes a little something like this. Brian, can you beatbox and give me the beats? Not that bang gang. Not that bang gang. Oh no! Whoa! Fuck no! Not that front of shit! Not that front of shit! Oh no! Whoa! Whoa! Fuck no! Alright, I would like to now sing to you the second hit song from our latest Donald Trump album called Please Come Home Now. I've got beans and bologna.
There ain't nobody left. They left, didn't they?
No, they're still here. Brian, go ahead. Give me the beats.
I already gave you the beats on your side. You can just play it on your side.
No, I can't play that back. I need fresh beats as I sing I Got Beans and Bologna.
That's as fresh as a beat you can get. It's an unreleased, like, you know, you can't copyright it. It's mine. I have the copyright to it.
No. Yeah, that's true. Well, I can't play that on this phone. I don't have the email queued up to play it.
Well, okay, sir.
Oscar, can you give me the beats? Here we go. Vote Donald Trump, everyone. The big red tie in the sky. The black jacket and the brown jacket. No, he don't wear no brown suit. Donald Trump doesn't wear brown suits. That's Barack Hussein Obama. Getting his dick sucked out of Six Flags Great America in Gurney doing crack before becoming the president. Selected by the Crowns out of Chicago.
We're born orange to line.
This song is called Please Come Home Now and Vote for Donald Trump because I've got beans and bologna.
Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
Please come home now. I got beans and bologna. What was that, Oscar? I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with a doctor right now. I had to call my doctor. He texted me. He said somebody kicked him out of the room. I said, no way. He thought it was me, man. You guys are trying to get me assassinated. I already got 3 strikes with my doctor, and you guys are trying to cause all kinds of. You're trying to get me hit again, Oscar. They already took a shot at me once, man. Don't make this deep state operative come at me twice, dog. They shot me in the head and my ear healed overnight. Did you see my ear? It was like I never got shot. I got the best ear in the world. My ear is the best ear. My genetic material, I told my genetics to say, fix that ear, and boom! 48 hours later, my ear was fixed, Rabboina Shalorlim. Hashem heals all flesh, performs wondrous miracles, Rabboina Shalorlim. This is Donald Trump Radio, 24/7 broadcasting on Rumble. Thanks for coming. We're Rumble's hottest new content startup DJ. We're here with my doctor, Brian. And we're here with President Oscar of Clown House. Welcome, America, and thank you for coming back. We knew you were going to come, and we're so happy you came. Ready to Trump for stump? Trump for stump? Ready to stump for Trump? Let's get it right, America. Let's wake up and vote Republican. Oh, Marshall's here, our favorite fake Republican. Hi, Marshall. Welcome to my podcast. This is Oh, Marshall left. Poor, delicate little Marshall, high on his Adderall. We're here drinking Tecate and smoking cannabis, keeping it all natural. Doctor, what do you think about exercise, diet, cannabis, and beer? Tell us, doctor, what should we do to improve our health today? This is what I like to call the Brian Sellers Doctor Hour. Go ahead, Brian.
Well, as far as all those points, I do them in moderation.
Dr. Brian.
Tell Dr. to come back in the fucking room. He didn't get kicked out. He's lying like shit.
Why?
What I'm
He's
sure.
left with chocolate out of mine. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, I got kicked to the goo, and then somebody, once I was in the goo, removed me from the room.
Ooh, somebody assassinated you. Somebody gooed you and they shot your ass. And you thought it was me? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
You leave, bro. You ain't been bad. I say you leave.
Is that Angela?
I was talking to Doc when he left. I didn't do it.
No.
No, I called that one girl a dumb nigger bitch, and then she fucking did it.
Look, she did. You was modded up, you stupid fuck.
Right, he was modest.
Did you just call Brian a stupid fuck?
Yes, I did.
Oh shit! Listen, Brian, we got some issues up in the clown house, and as your president of the presidency, Oscar, I done fired you once as president of my clown house, and I'll fire you again because I didn't even reappoint you. You fired, Oscar. You out of the house. Be gone. I want to quote Kanye when I say, "Be gone and make me money." Go get the money. I was thinking we gotta start running this like a street gang. That's right, Oscar he done scattered. That's what they call scatter in the gang community. He knew that his time was up. He was trying to dominate Trump's house, but Trump had to come in and say, Oscar, you fired. Pack your shit and out the fucking door.
Nobody put him out. We didn't do it. You did it, Donnie.
This is a subversive America.
About division again.
America, you're a subversive woman. I like it. You're sexy. I love you. And I love that you love me. And I gotta say, you done fired the wrong man. Brian is my doctor. You can't fire Donald Trump's doctor.
I did not.
I'll fire you. Oh my God, look at Beach. Look at Beachgoer. Oh, Beachgoer's here. Look at Beachgoer's PTR. That's a handsome man. Look at that smile. Oh, she's hot. I like it. Oh, I love the Karen in the background. That's what really makes the photo special. Come on up, Beach. You really are you're doing me honor.
We did not put him out.
Beach looks like my account. It looks like my Roger Mayhem account. It looks like people are now impersonating me. My psyop is complete. And I also want to welcome James, a Karaite Jew. I'd like to have an exclusive one-on-one if I may. James, tell us about your faith and tell us why you're Jewish.
Well, I really like money, and I think that giving loans makes me rich, so...
You think that giving loans makes you rich? Wait, you said giving loans makes you rich?
Yeah, it makes me rich.
How so?
High interest rates, you know.
Oh, you're a usurist. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No.
No, of course not.
But what does the Quran teach us about usury?
No interest.
Welcome back, Mr. President. Oscar, I'd like to offer you a new position in my administration. Are you willing to work for me again, Mr. President?
Well, I don't work for you, actually. I told you, I copyrighted your shit. I stole your shit. It's my shit, man.
I love you, Oscar. Good for you, man. Good for you, man. You learning from the best, dog. You fucking with the best, you learning from the best, dog. I done did what you just did to me 12 times. Congratulations and welcome to the club, Mr. President.
Let's go. Hey.
I used to.
You're on the stair stepper. We're on the fucking squat rack. Bro.
Why you put America down?
No, she's in timeout right now.
That's fucked up. Let her go. So don't do that. Chill out.
Oh, I'm overriding. You just got vetoed. Your ass got vetoed. You going back to the goo. You ain't fucking with my doctor. Fucking with my doctor is like fucking with me. You fuck with Trump, you fucking with the best.
I can't believe you kicked me out of your room, John.
That wasn't me. What are you talking about?
They keep saying it's you.
Bro, you gonna take their word versus mine? It was 100% them. It wasn't me. I just took a hot bath. I mean, I got the video record on YouTube. You can watch the YouTube video.
I mean, you got the replays. You just watch the replays and you'll see what happened.
Oh, that's true. Well, that's not what's important. I mean, they want to come in here and try to dominate Trump's house. The fact of the matter is you can't come into Trump's house and think that you got... So I tried...
I'm just as obnoxious as anybody else. I don't give a fuck anymore.
I just tried...
The point is, like, who could be more ignorant? Well, fuck. If the game is who can be more ignorant, I like to win. I'm competitive.
So am I. And look at Beach down there. Beach has me in his PTR. That means that clearly, like, we're... Oh, Beachgoer changed it back. Oh my God, I get it now. That's amazing. They screenshotted my picture and took this Karen in the back. Who are you, sir? You crazy genius. I didn't know it. And I kept seeing that photo and I was like, God, that's an ugly bitch. And I didn't realize.
It's a Trump executive that's just fucking with you.
Oh, really? Is that who that is?
That's who that is.
Let me see the profile.
That's your secret admirer.
Oh my God, they're in all my rooms. Clown Podcast Palace. What's her name? Oh my God. No way. That's not her. Beth's house.
It's either that or the NSA.
Life's a beach, Mazel Tov, hashtag beach bum. I don't know, beach guest, beach goer? Huh. Very interesting who this person is. Clearly a fan, which is, a big compliment. I mean, I think what I do is entertainment and comedy. And
Yeah, but if you can find somebody on your level, you try to make me an employee like that by this phone, but, well, not this phone, the other phone. But, yeah.
Wait, Aaron's here. Aaron is an LGBTQ Democrat. Aaron, can you come up? I heard you're gay.
Oh, wow.
Is it true, Aaron? Are you gay?
The amount of rumors about me on this app are many and voluminous.
I didn't really think you're gay because I've heard you enough to where I was
But that's not an answer to a yes or no question.
I know, but that's his politics.
I'm not gay, but I don't care if y'all think that I am.
He's not anti-gay.
I'm with you 100% on that one. I'm not gay, but what the fuck ever. I mean, I'm probably like the most if I was gay, I'd be the butchest gay there ever fucking was.
You'd be the butchest gay? I don't know. How as a man, how do you be a butch gay? I don't see that.
Yeah.
The whole thing about a butch gay is that it's like a woman who's like overweight and like tough and masculine, like a biker or something like that.
Rosie O'Donnell.
I'm gonna go to the gym. I'll see you guys later.
He's voting Trump. Oh my God. He just confirmed. So this is Trump's house and this is Trump. I hope you've enjoyed the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, where Donald Trump and Elon Musk spoke about the future of America, the future of the world, and how they plan to fight! So I want to
Who else is left in the room? It doesn't sound like anybody's left.
I don't know, I think it's Janelle, the Trump supporter at Trump Tower, Mrs. Beach.
Yeah, the beach girl.
Yeah. I didn't know she was on Clown House. I'll have to text her and confirm it's her. I don't think it's her, though. Why do you think it's her? I don't understand.
But how often when you put shit on YouTube are you showing Clown House?
Every time I'm on Clown House, I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, so if she's leaving content across the stuff that you're creating.
Oh, she knows.
She knows you're on Clown House.
She knows, yeah. She's listening. I see.
So she's a fan because, you were...
Yeah, but she wants to bang. She wants to bang. This is my first fan that wants to bang. This is an exciting moment in John Kidover, a.k.a. Donald Trump history. It's a big moment.
Oh, fuck that. I want to go for a fucking VIP tour of fucking Trump Tower, man. That'd be cool as fuck.
I've been there a dozen times. It's nice.
Oh, I've never been though. So it'd be like a new thing for me. So I think of it differently than you, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you've never been there. Like, it's once you've been there a dozen times, you're like, ugh, I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay
New Yorkers in the Empire State, I guess.
Listen, man, if you have unlimited money, I mean, you have unlimited time until the day you die. That's the coolest thing about money. D, welcome to the room. This is Trump. Do you have any policy questions for me?
No, I don't. I just want to know, who do you stand with more, RFK, Trump, or Biden?
RFK all the way. We're going with Mr. RFK Jr., 100%. We may not like his position on guns because we're a strict Second Amendment constitutionalist, but the point of the fact is, he caught these vaccinologist eugenicist bastards by their fucking horns, and he kicked them back to hell with a fucking ninja kick. What do you think about that?
Interesting. That was my only question, though. Go get out of
Dude, I identify with more with RFK as an independent constitutionalist, not Republican or Democrat. But when it comes to RFK, if I vote for RFK, that's not, helping Kamala, but it is hurting Trump. So in my mind, I'd rather have Trump than Kamala because RFK in reality doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell. Prove me wrong. Like 80 degrees, I'm in the shade with a fan on. Like 78 degrees now. Can't move it front and back. And, all right, John. Peace, love, health, and wealth, man. Later. Enjoy the farmer's market.
Somebody killed my room. Okay, this is Trump. I'm back. I had to go to the kitchen, get myself a little more wine, but I'm gonna let this run and then head back out for the night. Go have a good time. I gotta work out and stay in shape and all those good things. You know how it goes.
Oscar, you're still on mute. Yeah.
I just got out of church. Home get my thoughts together. For this money, it's about to be in those cities. I'm about to get my truck out of the shop, got this new driver, this new